Well, welcome back to Waikato's All Sports Breakfast, brought to you by Peter Kelly of Bailey's Real Estate. And look, I'm a bit impressed, KJ, because Peter Kelly has rung this man and said, would you talk to us too? And he does. It's David Ellis, who owns Akau Stud. This is the man.
The David Ellis.
The David Ellis.
The David Ellis.
Yeah, the man who got Akau Stud as identifier of some of the best horse racing, flesh and breeding in Australasia. Morning, David.
Good morning.
How's that for a build-up? Because we're both actually pretty impressed that you've spoken to us and you've got a horse today running over at Moonee Valley, it doesn't get any better than that. And Imperatriz we've been following due to Butch Castles. How cool is it to have a horse running in the 1200?
It's really exciting, and it's great for two main reasons. Number one is we have an unbelievable team of staff that look after these horses, and the excitement and thrill that they get out of seeing these horses race well and seeing them achieve what they do makes all the hard work that they do worthwhile. And to work horses, we like to work our horses before it gets too hot each morning. So to do that, we start pretty early in the mornings, and the staff work so hard, and it's great to see the thrill they get out of it. And then you've got, on the other side, the owners that invest in these horses, and they get such a thrill out of winning these races. I mean, you get a thrill out of winning a maiden race, let alone a Group 1 race on Cox Plate Day at Moonee Valley.
David, a few weeks ago, 29th of September, 56.4 seconds for the 1,000 metres and winning the Moya Stakes. That is outstandingly quick, and the horse is screaming hot favourite today, isn't it?
Yes, she is. She's broken 2 track records at Moonee Valley, and it's quite incredible the job that Mark Walker and Ben Gleeson, our stable manager over there, have done. They've really taken her to a different level, which we always thought that she would do. She'd get a little bit stronger and a little bit more experienced. So it's not surprising that she's having her best season as a 5-year-old.
David, I want to go back a little bit. Tell me, or tell our listeners, what is it that stood out that you knew she was going to be a champion horse?
Well, when you buy these horses, you don't know whether they're going to be champions or just ordinary horses. But I bought her on the Gold Coast at Magic Millions sale. I actually bought another very good horse at the same sale. I only bought 6 horses, and one of them was Imperatriz, and the other one is Sort of State, who stands at Cambridge Stud and looks like one of the most exciting stallions in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So I was lucky that I got it right, and when I started in life, I was a sheep and cattle farmer and seemed to be able to judge cattle weights and lamb weights pretty well. And I'm just lucky that I've been able to put that sort of ability into buying some good horses.
David, when you say you're lucky, though, you must be looking at something that kind of says to you, yep, she's got what I'm... You know, when you're buying them, what are the things you look for?
Well, you're looking for an athlete, and so what they look like the day you buy them is somewhat irrelevant. What is very relevant is what they look like 12 or 18 months on when you leg the jockey up for the first time. Because when you buy these horses, they're only 1 year old, so they've got a lot of scope and development still to do. And it's the people that can judge and foresee how those horses will develop that wins the game of buying good horses.
David, years ago, I was involved in Claudeland Showgrounds and we had horse sales there, and I got to know the sales guys, the auctioneers, quite well, and they kept talking about the black type, going back through the history and looking at all the black type, which was the Group 1 races or the Group 2 races and those sorts of things in the bloodlines. How much does that affect your viewing prior to a sale to say these are the ones I think I want to look at?
Well, we look at every horse in the sale. Yes, pedigrees are important, but they're not everything. The individual, the athlete, is really important. And I remember talking to a guy that won a gold medal as an athlete in New Zealand. And I said to him one day, could your parents run? And they said, no, they couldn't. They were very slow. So they left really top athletes. And horses are the same, but it's also really good if you can buy a horse out of a Savabeel mare or out of a Zabeel mare or out of an Costa del Lago mare. It all helps.
David, you bypassed the Everest, which was a New Zealander, took the punt, he got them all right in a row and won about $10 million. But you bypassed the Everest for the race today and then again on November 11th. Was that always the right plan with you and the trainers?
Yeah, it was what we thought was the right thing to do by the mare. We thought that sending her from Matamata over to Melbourne and then down to Cranbourne, and then it was just too much to ask her to do to go up to Sydney. But we also think that she's slightly better left-handed way round, which Melbourne is. And so we just did the right thing by the horse. And also the races that she's winning there are Group 1 races, which also adds a lot of value for a mare going forward.
David, I'm really interested. You talked about your staff, that they're really passionate around what they do. What are some of the roles that these people fulfil to ensure that, you've said you're taking a bit of a gamble with the horse, but what do they do to get it into a champion like she is?
Well, it starts with the way she was being broken in, which is really important. You've got to have the very best riders that you can get, riding them, educating them. Then they go into the stable and they might have a quiet trial and a jump out, and then they might come back to the farm for a spell. In Imperatriz's case, she had her first start in December, which she won. She had her second start at Ellerslie in a Group 2 race, which she won. And she's had a few minor issues that we've been able to sort out. She had a little problem with her back, so we bought a machine that she runs on, and she doesn't need to have a jockey on a treadmill. And we've bought a special rug for her which massages her, and now she's very, very sound and giving the owners the thrill of a lifetime.
Geez, I think I want to be a racehorse some days. Any way you can fix my back and my inability to run at the moment, David?
Well, I was speaking to somebody the other day and he said to me, my wife doesn't want me to invest in a horse. She says we need the new kitchen first. And I said, well, get the share in Imperatriz or the next Imperatriz, and that'll pay for the new kitchen.
Now you're thinking. Now, of course, today you're hoping 16 wins out of a 22-race career, which is unbelievably brilliant. Sunline won this race. This horse is just doing everything right. And for an investment of just over $300,000, $2.5 million so far, I think you're on the money, Mr. Ellis. I think you're on the money.
Oh, well, time will tell, but it's certainly exciting to have a horse in a $2 million race. And it's even more exciting when they win. But it is a horse race, and there's no such thing as a certainty. And even though she's only paying $1.45, they all get beaten.
Yeah, they do indeed. Hey, look, I just want to say thanks so much for giving up some time this morning to talk to us. Absolutely outstanding what you're doing in the horse racing industry. When you see Butch Castles, see if he can get better tips for us, because he's been doing average over the last 6 months. But, hey, you have a neat day. Let's all the best wishes for your owners and for you on that wonderful horse this afternoon.
I'll tell you that I'm the biggest News Talk ZB fan in the world, and Butch Castles is probably the best tipster overall that there is in New Zealand.
Oh, don't tell him that.
He might have had a quiet week or a quiet month, but overall there's nobody better in New Zealand.
Oh, don't tell him that. We've got to talk to him later. David, thanks again so much, and have a neat day, eh?
You're welcome. Thank you.